Pag-aralan ng wasto, panatiling sariwang hangin.
Ano ang mga requirements sa pag-apply ng permit to operate ng air pollution source installation? Halimbawa, standby generator set. Ano yung mga requirements na ipapasa sa DENR, Environmental Management Bureau Regional Office, or through the online permitting and monitoring system? Dito tayo nagtatransact online. Ang mga requirements na ipapasa, matatagpuan nyo din yan sa step number 6 ng application for permit to operate dito sa online permitting and monitoring system. At ito yung mga nakalagay na mga requirements na kailangang i-upload natin sa system. Unang-una, meron tayong copy of the Certificate of Accreditation of the Pollution Control Officer or appointment or designation as such by the managing head. So, yan yung requirement. Ang iba nga lang na regional office, hindi na lang tumatanggap ng appointment or designation as PCO. Ang hinahanap na yung proof of submitted application for PCO accreditation. Ang iba pang requirements, the copy of the Environmental Compliance Certificate or Certificate of Non-Coverage. So kung alin ang applicable sa atin. Then for private sector, copy of DTI registration certificate, SAC registration certificate, and cooperative registration certificate kung alin dyan ang applicable sa isang private sector. And for government offices or government owned and controlled corporation, sabi dito, certification that it is a government-owned property. Next, we have the notarized application form. At yung application form niyan, downloadable mo yan dito sa step number 5. So kung meron kang steps 1, 2, 3, 4, lahat ng information i-encode mo dyan, makakapag-generate ka ng application form. Downloadable at kailangan pirmahan ng Pollution Control Officer and the managing head. So dito yan sa step number 5, i-download mo siya. So kung makakarating ka sa step number 5, yan, step number 5, da-download mo lang itong application form. And that's it. You have now your application form and for signature na lang siya ng Pollution Control Officer and Managing Head. Then for notary. Okay? Then other requirements include the environmental management plan. So dapat meron kang EMP for the operation of generator set. Environmental management plan na ipapasa dito sa step number 6. Then we have also the photos with geotag or brochure. So, yung geotag photo ng equipment, especially yung specification plate, 'di ba? Pag meron kang equipment, mechanical equipment, generator set, may paskil yan doon na specification plate or brochure, kailangan din to. So itong mga requirements na ito for application. Then, bibigyan ka syempre ng order of payment pag na-evaluate na ng EMB personnel, case handler, na complete na ang requirements mo. Babayaran mo yung prescribed permit fee And then, i-upload mo dito pa din sa system. So, once na pinagbayad ka na, magkakaroon naman yan ng available option para sa resibo. Okay? Now, sa mga maliliit na equipment, mga maliliit na generator set, ito yung kadalasang requirements. Now, doon sa step number 1, if you will go to step number 1, napapakita din dito yung mga iba pang mga requirements, lalo kung lumalaki na yung capacity ng equipment. If you will just click this button, view requirements, yan. Meron tayo ditong tatlong columns. Una, the exempted for source emission testing. Ano example? Bawa, standby generator set na less than 300 kilowatts ang capacity. So, ito na yung pinapakita natin sa step number 6 ng mga requirements. Okay? Picture or brochure, then copy of the certificate of accreditation of the PCO or appointment or designation as such by the managing head, ECC or CNC. Yan yung pinapakita natin kanina. For private sector or government office, meron tayong DTI, SEC, cooperative or certification that it is a government-owned property, respectively. Then copy of the environmental management plan. So yan yung for this kind of equipment or air pollution source installation exempted for emission testing. Ngayon, pagka lumalaki na, medyo nagbabago din yung requirements. So instead of a picture or brochure, kapag equal or more than 300 kilowatts ang capacity ng generator set mo, hanapan ka na ng engineer's report prepared by the PCO and approved by the president or general manager. So meron pa tayong drawing requirements na. So instead of picture or brochure, dapat meron ng plan, layout, signed by a president or general manager and duly certified by a registered PME or CHE or any appropriate engineer or a combination of any of the two. Yan. At same, yung PCO accreditation, ECC or CNC, government documents, environmental management plan, brochure. So, yung mapapansin mo, imbes na picture na lang, drawing na yan. Imbes na brochure lang yan, ingest report. Although sinasama pa rin yung brochure. At doon sa mga required na ng testing, ito, large or environmentally significant per Memorandum Circular 2007-03, may mga dispersion modeling, ano, meron tayong ganyang requirement. At kadalasan, dahil pagka malaki na yung equipment, kung titingnan natin, mayroong validity. Regular na 5 years, temporary to regular 4 years and 9 months, renewal 5 years. Dito sa new temporary 90 days, yung mga environmentally significant. Temporary permit 90 days. Tinutukoy natin itong large or environmentally significant. Pagka masyadong malaki, may madadagdag na requirement yung test result, emission test result. No, kailangan na 'yan kasi sobrang laki kamo, large or environmentally significant. So hindi na lang yung nasambit natin ng mga requirements na engineer's report, drawing, may test result na, especially para mabigyan na ng Instead of new temporary, bibigyan ka ng temporary to regular. 4 years and 9 months validity. So, depende kung ano ibigay na validity. Pero kung large or environmentally significant, may requirement ng emission testing. So may test result na kailangan mong ipapasa para yung temporary permit mo maging temporary to regular. And then 4 years and 9 months yun, then new regular 5 years. So basta merong dagdag doon sa mga requirements. So totally, if you will take a screenshot ng mga requirements for exempted for source emission testing, yan. And then small or medium, and then for large or environmentally significant. At pag na-detect naman yan syempre ng system at ng evaluator, gagayad ka naman sa step number 6 yung mga pertinent requirements. So, hindi ka man mawawala. At kung wala naman dito, tapos large or environmentally significant, i-remark naman yan ng evaluator. Just comply with the requirements. So, dating itong mga hinihinging requirements, ipapasa mo yan dito sa step number 6. So, para maipasa mo, just click this button, add file. So, add the file from your computer to the system, OPMS. Then, mapapasin mo dito, hindi pa yan naka-enable kasi nga walang mga uploaded pa na requirements. Wala pang mga check ito. So, once na lahat mo na na-submit, ma-enable naman yung finalize application. Mapa-finalize mo yung step number 6 and then eventually submit your permit to operate application. So ito ang mga requirements for permit to operate and madali mo naman itong makikita na nasa step number 6 ng online permitting and monitoring system. Di ka man mawawala. So I hope you have learned something sa mga requirements for permit to operate. At usually naman dinidiscuss kung paano ang mga paggawa ng mga requirements na to, lalong-lalo itong environmental management plan. Dinidiscuss kung paano yung step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sa PCO training. So if you want to attend a basic PCO training hosted by JP Environment Consultancy Services, just contact 0998-543-5466 or you can email jpex.training@gmail.com if you want coaching or mentoring. So, lagay lang din natin yung mobile number saka email sa description ng video na ito para sa future communication. Thank you very much everyone for time listening and God bless us all.